In this video, we will be testing for continuity on the relay outputs of the iPonic controller. Now, you might run into a situation where if you were to force your output on from the home screen, and if it doesn't turn on, and then if you were to simply open the controller up and use the dip switches associated with the output and discover that the output does not turn on as well from this point, there's a good chance that the output itself may be blown. And that's when we want to go ahead and test the outputs for continuity. Now, the best way of doing this is to first open up the controller, and with the controller open, you want to power down your controller just by lifting that blue relay right there. Now, what we'll need is a meter that can test for continuity. Now, we have our 8 outputs right here, 1 through 8, and what we simply want to do is pull these relays because we don't want to test for continuity with wires going into these relays. And these relays are in fact pin secure, so they just pop up like that. They might not come up that easy, but if you wiggle them a little bit and just take your time, they'll eventually just pop up just like that. Okay? Now with those relays popped up, we're going to pull the relays from the opposite side of the PCB and land them on the relay outputs. We'll pull 3 and then a 2 and just simply separate the 2 because these are tongue and grooved together. And put them as so. Now that we have our controller set up for testing, we have to repower the controller to test for continuity. And then simply one by one, putting these probes on the plus and minus, and with these dip switches on the off position, we will in fact now begin our test. Plus and minus on 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then we'll go ahead and put it to the on position now. And as you can see, these outputs that I'm testing do in fact have continuity. Now let's say, for instance, output number 3, the next one, I put these 2 leads on those 2 screws simultaneously and then got no change, then that's a good indicator that this output could be blown. But it's actually good. And once you have made your discoveries, just simply put the controller back in the order it was previously in. Pull the power, and then pull your blue relays here, put them back here, and then pop your relays to your outputs back on. And then when you're all complete, put the power back to the controller. And that's how you test for continuity with the iPonic 614 and 624 controller.